Alright everyone, welcome back to Master of Command. I apologize for the lengthy period there. It was about a week actually that I was out. I'm not sure what that crap was, but it was kicking my butt. Thankfully, I'm good now, recovered, everything's fantastic, and I'm ready to get back to the game. So, last time we were just about to fight this battle near Pilsen. I did update our brigades to kind of show more what type of brigades they are. And I have some ideas in mind for some of our recruits here. And what we're going to make them into. We got so many Saxon recruits from the mustering, which did quite well, honestly, for our reservists and everything. But it drained our coffers. Anyway, we have a lot of Saxon units. And I've decided that basically I want 2 of them to be musketeers. 1 will go into artillery again, and 1 will be grenadiers. I'll be customizing them more once I get them upgraded. That way, I'm not trying to adjust the colors. Some of them are kind of funny between the grenadier colors and musketeer colors and things like that. The Holy Roman Imperial Army is definitely a hodgepodge as far as regimental colors and uniform colors and all of those things. That's part of what makes it so interesting. Either way, I will be doing more of that probably next episode, depending on how well our guys level up. We do have a lot of items we've got to sell. We've got to begin selling these, and hopefully we can utilize some of them to get free units. We'll have to see. Excuse me. We'll have to see how that goes. So, let us get on with it and begin this battle here. Battle of Pilsen. Let's see what they got. Alright. They have Hussars, Provincial Cavalry, and Dragoons. 4 cavalry, 2 guns, 2 Jaegers, and 4 musketeers, 2 of which are veterans. Alright, let's see here. This should be a very interesting battle. Definitely have to see what we can do here. They do outnumber our cavalry, so we may not want to use our usual tactics. We'll have to see what the battlefield looks like as well. Alright. Fairly open terrain. We do have a little town here, which we are most likely going to utilize to the best of our ability. We go ahead and organize our forces a little bit better here. Since we're setting up on this side, we want our cavalry on this side. Fantastic. General will go here. I want the artillery on the hill. So we are going to position them here. Fantastic. And the supply unit is going to go with them. These 3 units are going to excuse me, become our grenadiers. Alrighty. General will be up here behind them. And these 2 recruits are likely to also become infantry. Alright, so I'm going to position them like so. And we'll go ahead and get started. Let's get our cavalry to the right flank. I'm going to move the artillery up to the front end of the hill. Keep the general behind the artillery for now. Grenadiers are going to be hanging in reserve for the time being. These 2 recruits are going to come up into the city. And we're going to send the other troops to either flank. Alright. The cavalry has carbines this time. Well, with the exception of the Hussars, apparently. Not too bad. Veteran musketeers. Those veteran Jaegers. Very interesting. That could prove to be difficult. It'd be wonderful if we could get our cavalry to target the Jaegers. I don't know if I see that happening, however. Fantastic. Gonna go ahead and unlimber the guns. Alright. They're approaching. Our cavalry is going to continue moving up the flank. We're going to be a little more conservative with the cavalry this time, however. Move the Jaegers up on the flank there. Bavarian infantry in the woods. Make sure all of our standard musket armed troops have their bayonets off. Be more effective in battle. I tend to always leave the grenadier muskets on, or bayonets on. Fantastic. That's exactly who I want you to open fire at, is their veterans. Oof. We are already taking lots of fire. Move them up into position. All right, time has come to advance our men, and we got to spread them out a little bit now because we are actually under artillery fire now, which is not fantastic. They're doing a number on those recruits I had move up into the city. Ouch. Yeah, 60 guys already. That's not fun. Alright then. I have a feeling I'll need my general up here by the recruits. Send him up. Fantastic. We're doing some decent damage on their veteran musketeers. Very, very pleased about that. Our cav are moving up. We be mindful of their cav and their skirmishers. Wow, those recruits are not having a fun day there in the center. We're gonna have to do something about that. They are not enjoying that at all. Rush up the right flank. We got our grenadiers coming up the center. Just in time too, as they just broke us. Not fantastic. Their cav's approaching our cav. And they are charging. Prussian hussars. Prussian hussars. Pull back, usual strategies. Join in the attack and join the charge. Fantastic, we're winning out. That's glorious. Alright, taking some more damage. The Saxon recruits have come back to the fight. Alright, ordering the men forward. They are going to become grenadiers after all. But we need them to take out the enemy Jaegers. Very, very important. Bavarians are going to pull up the left flank for us. And it looks like their troops are preparing for melee. We're going to countercharge them with the Prinz Clemens. And they will be joined by our Saxons on the right. Fantastic. Our cavalry are ready. We're going to head up towards the guns, try to put a stop to that garbage. Alright, our men are winning out here in the center, as they should, against Jaegers. Charging their other Jaegers. Going to bring the Palatine, for now, musketeers, up to help do battle with the enemy. Move up our other recruits. Get our skirmishers kind of out of the way so our Bavarians can come up here. Fantastic. So far we're doing pretty good. So far it's not too bad. Those veteran musketeers are doing a number on our men on the right flank. Looks like we're prevailing, but it doesn't look like it's a fun time necessarily. Okay, the Freikorps musketeers are getting involved against our grenadiers. We gotta support them. Their cavalry is charging, so we will of course issue counter charges with our other cavalry and then support them. All three cavalry should overcome them there on the right. Prince Clemens has retreated. That's not great. This is turning into a massive melee here on the flank. Brutal, savage fighting. Alright, our cavalry has won the day. We're going to move up and hit their artillery. They still have one unit of cavalry, which is very dangerous. I need our grenadiers to regroup. Oh my goodness, English. Regroup. Fantastic. And we won out on the right flank. We need them to relax and move slower. There we go. My cavalry are still moving at speed, which is not what I want. However, we are going to rejoin the battle altogether now. Oof, our Uhlans took much damage, but we are prevailing against them, which is good news. Alright, moving up our troops to form the lines against them. Got to knock some of these units out to make sure they don't return against us. Fantastic. Alright, we're going to pull back our cavalry now. And we broke them. Fantastic news. We did take some casualties, but we prevailed in the center. The grenadiers really helped save the center there. Those recruits were not up to the task. But hopefully they got good XP so we can upgrade them soon. That wasn't too bad a battle, to be honest. I'm okay with how that went. Alright, 609. Alright. Excellent half gators. Alright, that ain't too bad. Let's see, their Hussars got 142 and their Dragoons got 181. Thankfully we shut down their artillery pretty good. Their Freikorps veteran musketeers killed 734 of our men. That's impressive. Wow. And 350 for the Freikorps musketeers. Very interesting. They did not perform badly at all. Not too bad for our men. Not as great as usual, but not too bad. The cavalry did the heavy loading. Alright, we need money desperately after doing the mustering. We don't need ammo as much. We are going to need food because winter will soon be here. But I want the money right now. We need to be able to pay for better equipment for our men. Alright, cavalry and artillery was upgraded. Second battalion of artillery can upgrade to field artillery. Fantastic. Alright, I'll take that. Half gators. Let's put that on our future grenadiers. Fantastic. Alright. Everything looks good. Let's proceed up to Pilsen, just to see what they've got, just to see. Timely, reload speed, and move speed, that's not too bad. Enduring, equestrian. What kind of commanders do we need? Fire damage, accuracy, and combat effectiveness. So he's good for another fire commander just like him. He's artillery. So we really need grenadier commander and a cavalry commander. That's infantry accuracy, though. I don't really want that. Charge, bonuses from elevation, cover, morale damage, and melee. It's not terrible, but I don't like to focus on cover effectiveness for cavalry. Alright. Staff, marksman. And Friedrich II. Oh man, that's some neat stuff. Alright. Potsdams, land patterns. Do all of our cavalry have carbines? No, the Renard Ulanen. My goodness. I apologize, I can't speak today, guys, apparently. Speaking is not something that I'm able to do very well at the moment. Alright. We do need some more carbines. I don't want to spend a whole lot on some that are just mediocre, however. Foundry. Geschwindigstück. I really want a Geschwindigstück. So, we're going to buy that. Ouch time. Fantastic. Awesome. Geschwindigstück, here we are. And we can actually make these guys into artillery now, because we have a gun for them. Isn't that fantastic? Go ahead and load the name too. We'll just rename them to 3. Fantastic. Here's a gun. Take some of this stuff off. Elevation screws. What else we got here? I like that. Accuracy and reload. No, you can't have that with the elevation screws. I keep forgetting that. Alright. Well, we'll give them more stamina so they can keep firing. Awesome. More artillery. Fantastic. And not bad at all. Cool. Alright. Let's see if they have cheap grenades. I want to buy good grenades and pay extra for it. I just want grenades for a siege. Alright. Well, they don't have good grenades for a siege, so I will just skip that, but we are going to get a little bit of food here. I know we're just a little shy on money, but we do not want to run out when winter comes. That would be a problem. Alright. And up we go. Let's see what this battlefield has to offer. And an enemy army nearly straight away. Fantastic. Let's see here. 4 cavalry, 2 hussars, dragoons, and provincial. 6 musketeers, veteran musketeers, and Freikorps grenadiers. Awesome. Alright. Let's do this battle. Our cavalry is still injured from the last battle, but thankfully we don't have to be concerned about enemy light infantry. That light infantry was decimating our recruits. Alright, let's see what the battlefield has to offer. Very open battlefield. Okay. Not super exciting to me. I like using cover against my enemies. Let's see, we have a patch here with buildings and some hedgerows. We do have this hill with a church building, it looks like, on top. little fort wall and little settlement here. So I believe what we're going to do is we're going to take the hill and this small like village right here. Going to want our artillery up on that hill. So I'm going to put them up here. Put the supply train with them. We're going to have our cavalry on this flank. I may bring the cavalry behind our men. I'm not sure if they can take enemy cavalry right now with some losses. Dragoons. Hussars don't have guns. These hussars do have guns. They have heavy sabers also. Wow. This provincial cavalry has Tula carbines. Alright. Not amazingly good for us. Not horrible, but not great either. Alright. Recruits are going to go right here. Well, probably move them behind the or around the artillery to protect them. Alright, fantastic. Get our cavalry on the move in the west flank area. Time to move up our troops towards the settlement. Move up the recruits here. Artillery will move up. Supply train will move up. And general will move up. Grenadiers will go up towards the center also. We'll see if we can break them with the grenadiers again. Alright, let's set up the artillery, excuse me, right here. Fantastic. Looks like a good spot. Our grenadiers are moving up fast. We'll kind of adjust them a little bit. We'll keep Bavaria behind. I don't want our Bavarian troops just getting massacred straight away. If we can help it at all. Light troops are going to move up. Prince Clemens will take up the flank. Hopefully we'll be able to get the enemy into a position where they don't have much cover either. Keep moving the cavalry. Our Bavarians are beginning to take up their positions. Prince Clemens will be on their flank. Their artillery, I believe, is firing at us. Their grenadiers are moving up on us, though. I believe I may need to move our grenadiers up. Fantastic. Wow. All right. What's their speed? 39.2. All right. That's fine. Nothing too crazy. Move our men up, see if we can do something about their troops right there. They are trying so hard to get in range of my cavalry. Alright, that's fine. They can chase my cavalry. Alright, and they are trying to charge our light troops. We're going to go ahead and send in our grenadiers. Also, I don't think I remembered to tell our men to take off their bayonets. Well, fantastic. Now I have. Awesome. And we got off several volleys against them as well. Fantastic. And we broke them. Excellent. They did bring the Bavarians into the fight a little, but not a big deal. Alright, half their army is still chasing my cavalry for some reason. Not too big an issue. That actually helps us attempt to defeat them piecemeal, which is totally fine by me. Charging them in the flank. And they are shooting our guns. That's not good. So let me adjust our men. Only problem is our grenadiers are tired now. Fantastic. Bavarians are firing on them. Let's bring our grenadiers back now. Need them to rest some. Bring up the skirmishers to face the veteran troops. How's the artillery doing? Looks like they're out of the line of fire here. Have them fire on the veteran musketeers. Awesome. Moving them back. Still chasing our cavalry to some degree. Only problem is we have a river there now. Alright, let's keep up the fighting. The men are doing well for the moment. Bavarians have moved up. They may decide that you're going to try to go into melee combat with our men. We'll have to see what happens. Keep our grenadiers at the ready. It looks like they're not stopping. Alright. That's fine. No problemo. And maybe they were going to stop now, but too close to tell. But we are now about to get flanked. We did just get shot in the flank, so we do need to pull back. Keep our grenadiers close at hand, get our skirmishers on the flank. Those men are about to buckle and break. We're going to give them a charge. Reverse our troops here. And we are going to move our guns. We're going to bring them over here so they can begin to fire on the enemy that's approaching us from the west now. Charge the Bavarians in with the grenadiers to give them support. Fantastic. Charge our other grenadiers in. Alright, pull the grenadiers back. Awesome. Continue the charge and the follow through. Wonderful. Alright, time to pull back our men. Get them to rest a little bit. Forgot to move the supply with the men. May have to repost them up there just to be sure that our men are fine. Get our Bavarian troops out of melee and bring them forward. Alright. Reorganize the recruits here. I'm gonna go ahead and break these units just to be sure they don't rejoin the battle. Alright, 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 you can stop now. And you can stop now. Fantastic. Opening fire on the enemy, that's very good. Bavarians are there firing on them. Keep the grenadiers over here just in case the recruits need aid. We are going to give them a charge in the flank to break them. I need my Bavarians up on the line. Run down the rest of their men over here. And they totally broke. Those guys can say donezo. Those guys are done. Don't need to chase them anymore. Mostly they have their cavalry left now. I'm definitely okay with this situation. Move up our artillery once more so we can fire on their cavalry unimpeded. Let me go ahead and break their lines here so that our men can move up. And it looks like their cavalry is charging. So we're going to hunker down, get the light infantry back. Fantastic. Send in the grenadiers to support them. They are coming after my cavalry. Alright. The men have moved up. My cavalry prevailed, which is good. Cavalry are countercharging their cavalry. Or excuse me, my grenadiers are countercharging their cavalry. My goodness. Get our cavalry across here. Now we've run off their cavalry. Grenadiers are tired. We're going to bring the other grenadiers up here. And they are retreating right there because of the artillery. That was fantastic. That was an excellent use of artillery. Alright. All they have left on the field is these musketeers. We're going to regroup our men. Yeah, I don't think this battle could have gone much better, to be honest with you. This battle is going extremely well. That was fantastic. Set up the recruits here. On this hill. I'm going to have the artillery actually hold fire, as I want the recruits to get the experience if I can. Here we go. Our recruits are opening fire. We're charging them with our recruits that are going to become grenadiers. And they broke and ran. Fantastic. That went very, very well. I am very pleased with that battle. Another 864. Basket hilt hangers, huh? Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Let's see, their dragoons got 188 kills. Kept their grenadiers to 90. Yeah, we did very well. Very, very well in that battle. The Bavarians, as always, just racking up kills. It's fantastic. Alright, let's see. Tollers and ammo. We don't really need reservists at the moment. Provisions. We'll get the tollers and the ammo. We really want to use this Act 2 to upgrade our troops. Look at that. Look how many of our men upgraded from that battle. That's awesome. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful to see. They can't quite become musketeers, but they can. And they will. Awesome. Alright. The Bavarians can level up to veteran musketeers. They're going to be killing even more guys now. Those Bavarians are deadly. Awesome to see. Not long for them, though, honestly. They're going to become musketeers, but they're still going for the grenadiers eventually. And these guys are Kreis grenadiers now. Fantastic. Alright. Not too bad at all. At all. Let's see. Hold on to these. Some of the good items for now. Really need to find a place to sell some of this stuff. Let's see, battlefield. 4 weapons. Alright, 2 good cuirassiers swords, Potsdams, and alright. Wow. Okay, let's check our cavalry though, because we can definitely upgrade their swords now. Primarily for melee and not charge as much. Alright, we're going to give it to them and them. Alright. Fantastic. Moving up here now. Let's see, we do need 5 convoys. 4 encampments. There's 2 convoys, so we'll get that done. The encampment is up here. Stop at some settlements along the way to get some equipment. Good equipment. And actually sell this off. I was trying to wait till we found a place that's had higher sale for equipment. I may not be able to do that now. But, we'll see. Alright. You need saddles. Alright. They have excellent horses. Don't need that. Alright. That's for infantry. What infantry needs the basket hilt hangers? One of our... not them, so these guys need it. Let's put that on there instead of the accuracy. Let's do that. All of our cavalry has armor. That's good. There we go. Can move faster for the men now. Move speed 4. Stamina 2. Stamina 8. We'll do that. Alright. Go ahead and give them... oh, they already have an excellent one of those. Never mind. I wasn't even noticing that. That's fantastic. There we go. They don't have elevation screws because they have the water bucket. Okay. Give them a little cover bonus also. Alright. Alright, fantastic. We have a few more slots to continue with. Let us see what they have up here. Ah, a fort. We'll have to keep that in mind. That could be handy. Excellent horses. Alright. Noble. Ooh. Tadaus von Kaltenborn. Steady. Melee and charge. Yeah, we're doing it. We're going to get him. He'll be good for cavalry or grenadiers. Veterancy gain. Yeah. Cavalier. Range, but he loses some charge. Elevation and cover. Man. Now stamina, melee, and charge, that's pretty good. Strict is meh. Accuracy, nah. Alright. No, alright. Cool, we did get one good commander out of it, though. And excellent gun picks, we're doing that. Riding boots, excellent, yep. Axes, excellent, yep. Any excellent breastplates I might have to do also. Wow, that's a lot of money. Whoops. Haha. Cool, and we have 3 slots left, so let's see what else we can burn our money on. Yes. Possibly some grenades. Yep, we need that. Fantastic. And earthworks. Ooh, we don't have enough money. Okay. Well, both emplacements. I'm going to sell that. Well, no. We'll take the grenades. Oh, we do have enough money. My bad. I was not calculating that correctly. Alright. We'll do that. We can't do... Ooh. Ooh, it's a problem. They have a Geschwindigkeit. Yep. Alright, let's check our men real quick. The Bavarians will be getting these excellent picks. They'll be getting the really great cover. Our Grenadiers will get these new axes. Go ahead and unlock that for them. We need speed. Yeah, the Chevalier needs speed. Chevalier gets speed. There we go for the boots. Fantastic. Alright. not too bad, not too bad. Okay. There could be a settlement either one of these spots. I really do need that convoy in the fort, but I want that gun that's here. There's one convoy and an encampment this way. I don't know how far up here I'm gonna go. Let's go over here and see if I'm right. Hopefully. There's a set. Oh man. Item sale cost. Yep. Yep, we're doing it. Alright, it is time to sell some things. It is way past time to sell some things. Let's sell some of these things first. Oops, I want that there still. Fantastic. So we can do $649 worth of selling. $15 left. Alright, well, we'll give him one of these muskets as well. Alright, quartermaster. And they have entrenching tools and greatcoats. Fantastic. Alright. Well, let's get a few of those, and then we can sell even more crap to them. Wonderful. Okay, well, maybe not that last item. There we go. That looks awesome. Town square, we need the Bibles, that's good, we can sell them more crap. Keeping these. Potentially keeping those for now. Okay, we did a little bit too many. By a little bit too many, I meant way too many. Alright, fantastic. Cover items, but I don't really want to purchase ones that are lower quality. Basic grenades, we can do that. Alright, let's sell all this garbage up here. Trash tier stuff that we don't need. Sell all the basic stuff because we are going to need room for more equipment. All right. Fantastic. That is a boatload of money for us to work with compared to what we just had. However, I am spending 800 of it. What kind of horses do we have right now? Alright, we can do this. Fantastic. Alright, we're actually going to give them step horses so their speed goes up. 61. Awesome. That is much better. Set our good items up here for a moment so I can actually organize things a little bit. Keeping those, we can sell that. Now we have 2 grenades, which is really good. So we can use them for forts, including potentially that fort that we saw down earlier. Exactly. All right, all organized. Much better off. Now our Bibles, we want to give to the men to increase their survivability. Giving that to the Bavarians is really hilarious. Alright. We can increase the strength of our grenadiers and their capabilities. Fantastic. That is looking much, much better for our men. All right. Awesome. That makes us much more capable. Maybe buy a little bit more food here as well. Fantastic. 2,000 food, that works. All right. Let's go back down. I know it's a little bit of a spend on time, but I really want that gun and we need this convoy, so let's get it. Forget if they do have good horses. Less speed than I'd normally like, but that's okay. I believe I already checked all of this. Geschwindigkeit. Fantastic. We are doing it. Alright. Fantastic. We will keep the one gun for now, I think. Unless we find need to sell it. In the event that we get one more artillery unit. Honestly, I could just make these guys an artillery unit right now. But I have a suspicion that we'll get artillery from an event or something. Fantastic. Alright. Very good. Let's get the convoy now. Very important. Passive or thorough? Let's do thorough. 3 weapons. Alright. Good Potsdams. That is not bad at all. We'll go ahead and give that to our Bavarians. They have Jaegers, Potsdams. We'll give them the good Souls. Alright. Fantastic. Not bad at all. Let's deal with this fort. We got what we need for it, so we're going to take it out. Ah, and it's the heavy fortress. Alright. Well, here goes. We are going to bombard and assault. They hold. Continue the siege and do it again, and they hold again. That's not good. Alright. Here we go. 3rd time. And we captured it. Fantastic. Alright. We're going to do a mass bombardment. It's a moderate chance, and we expend ammo. And the walls are breached, and we're going to seize it with grenades. Fantastic. Alright. Not super, super desirable. We did lose some of our reservists, and it did take a little longer to take it because of the walls. But we got it. Alright. Good Souls, decent bayonets and such. And Doctrine. Force March. I don't plan to use Force March too much, and I don't like losing visibility. Recruitment costs for officers. Or prisoner conscription effectiveness. We're definitely, well, yeah, we're going to do that. I don't plan on recruiting too many officers. Alright, let's see. Who needs a better musket? May hold on to that temporarily. Let's take a look at our muskets here. Alright. Okay. I'll hold on to these muskets as well in the event we get recruits or something. And their muskets are not very good. And their bayonets are not very good. Alright. Fantastic. We're going to proceed up here to the convoy. Unfortunately, we already used up all the money in that town, so that does not do us a whole lot of good. Ah, yes. Winter. Alright. Well, here we are. And there it is, winter. Alright guys, I'm going to call it here. Next time, we'll continue. We'll get the convoy. I might see a little about what's up here, but then we are going to head east to finish off our objectives, hit up some more towns, and we're going to try to do as many battles as we possibly can. You know, put a stop to the enemy, build up our equipment and money. We need our reservists built back up, which is awesome. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you for your patience this last week. Hopefully I won't deal with something like that again, and I can keep videos coming. Enjoy playing the game anyway. All right. Thanks again. This has been Prophet of the Constitution. God bless.